Hello to all of you, to all the supporters of the pro-life cause in Belgium. My name is Alexander Tschugguel. I'm from Austria, from Vienna, and since many years also someone who supports the pro-life cause very much. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why we fight, because right now in these times of Corona we cannot go together on the streets and shout out for the unborn and give them a voice and give a voice to the elderly people dying in the hospitals through the hands of doctors and nurses. So right now we have to use this time being at home or being with our families especially to understand a little bit, to get a deeper understanding of the pro-life cause itself. What is the pro-life cause? So we think that, we believe, we are sure that the life of every human is sacred. So you cannot go ahead and just kill innocent life. It's not possible. Life starts with conception, goes on in the womb up until birth, and then through the whole life of this human being up until the natural death. There are many ugly reasons why people die earlier than we would want them to die. For example, right now many die of this coronavirus. I know that in Belgium you have very high numbers, which is very sad for me. And of course all the accidents, all the wars, all the hunger going on in different parts of the world. So we know of so many reasons why people die, even though they could have lived way longer and a good, maybe even a very good and very happy life. Two reasons right now two reasons for death exist, which we really can destroy. First of all, abortion. Abortion is killing innocent babies in the womb of the mother for any reason. You can kill them. Some say you kill them because they are disabled or sick or whatever, so they do not deserve to live. I don't know, or maybe you think, or some think that it is too exhausting for them raising a child which is disabled, and some even get killed without any reason, just because abortion is available. So what is abortion? Abortion is killing innocent life in the womb of the mother. We cannot talk around this very important issue. We have to understand that this is really a matter of killing a child or letting it live the way it should live. And then on the other end of the life, you have the big problem with euthanasia, especially for elderly people. And we know many people of them, they always express that euthanasia is so important because so many people suffer and they want to give an end to their suffering. But it's very interesting that euthanasia is normally, as soon as it comes up, it's only another reason why people get killed very easily, why they do not have the possibility to meet their families again, and why families and why older people or sick people have the feeling, okay, if I do not end my life because right now I'm a little bit sick and I need lots of care, then my family maybe has an easier life without me. So we really push killing of innocent humans, and this killing is terrible. What is a good opposition to that? Well, to understand how human life should be. Human life is a gift given to us by God Himself. Nobody can choose whether a child comes to the world or not. We know that there are many parents who have no problems with getting children, and both of them have the possibilities, but still there's no child coming up, which is natural. God has to want it, and God has to give His grace so that the child can come up. That's very important to understand. As soon as the child is there, we have to do everything in our possibilities to support this child as good as possible. And this goes on, and then the child stops being a child and is getting an adult, and with being an adult it gets stronger and stronger. And if we raise the children in good families and in good surrounding, then they will take care of their children and of the parents who took care of them. So this is actually the life we want to support, and we choose this form of life because this is the form of life we as humans were created for. It's very important to always understand that nowadays politicians, let's not say politicians, but nowadays politics and developments normally ignore the human nature. And the human nature is the most important thing to look on for us if it comes to the law especially and to all those things. We do not want to ignore the human nature. What do we want, therefore? We want children to get raised in the womb in a natural way without being killed. especially not for all those ugly reasons they are killed nowadays. We want them to get raised in normal families, to have the possibility to have a father and a mother. We know that's not always possible. Sometimes one of them dies. Sometimes there are many circumstances where they don't know one of them. But still, this is the goal. The goal is always to give the children as much as possible and in the best quality possible in everything which is possible for us humans. So I want to talk to you right now, to all of you here in Belgium and all around the world, and give you an understanding that we do not fight mainly out of political reasons. We really fight to raise awareness for the whole human being, for the human life. And human life is very precious. It must be protected by us, by society, by the families, and also by the state, because the state has the duty to protect its inhabitants and not to kill them or allow to kill them. I think that's very important to understand, especially in those times of Corona. We know that abortion and also euthanasia is growing right now. In France, it's easier now to get euthanasia because of the Corona crisis. There's of course no logical reason for it, but this is happening right now. In England, it's now way easier to get abortions. You can even have abortion procedures. Some of them, I don't know especially which, but even in your own home, in your own four walls. So things like this are an uprise, and so we are the voice which is raised and which fights against this very, very, very ugly movement. So I ask you. You can now, of course, sit at home and you are not allowed to gather with each other, but you still all have a voice, you all have possibilities, you all have friends, and especially what you all have a family. I know many have different families. Some have huge families, some have very small families, some have very good contacts, others do not have very good contacts. Do whatever is in your possibilities to push the good and destroy the evil. How can you push the good? Use these times. If you do have relatives and you do not really have contact with them, use the time you have right now to get more contact. It sounds a little bit strange that I talk about this in the pro-life course, but this is where the pro-life course starts. It starts with the family. So if you protect the family, then you will have it way easier to protect the unborn. And if then a child comes to the world with a disability or with a special challenge for you, a bigger family is there, and it's way easier to carry this burden if you can spread it and if you can help each other in a big family or with all your friends. Some, as I told you before, do not have big families, which is not a problem. Maybe you have friends or other supporters. So our human society has the goal to spread the good, the beautiful, and the truth. And if we do not do this, it's wrong. And wherever we see that the society falls from that and allows euthanasia, abortion, and all those ugly things, we know the society is rotten, and rotten things have to be made healthy again. I don't know how to express this any better. Thank you very much for all your work, for all your pro-life work. It's really fantastic to see that in all those European countries there are so many people who really understand the cause. I'm from Austria. Austria is a very small country, and we also have a very, very lively debate about pro-life cause right now through the Corona crisis. Maybe not as lively, but within the last years. And this is only the reason because so many people in Austria came together and supported each other and showed that we are, even we are not related with each other, a big pro-life family. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.